Welcome, my dear students. Children, today we will be discussing about the new chapter whose name is file handling. In this chapter, we will discuss about how to create, how to open, how to read, and how to write the files with the help of a Python programs. So, first of all, let's see why we need a data file. We need a data file to store the data in organized manner, to store data permanently, to access data transfer and data faster, to search the data faster, to easily modify data later on. So because of all these reasons, we always try to store our information into the data file. So before we start the file handling or we start with the data files, let's understand that what is a file. A file is a sequence of bytes on a disk, that means a hard disk, permanent storage, where a group of related data is stored. File is created for permanent storage of data. In programming, sometimes it is not enough only to display the data on the console. Those data are to be retrieved later on, then the concept of file handling comes. It is impossible to recover the programmatically generated data again and again. However, if we need to do so, we may store onto the file system which is non-volatile and can be accessed every time. File handling in Python enables us to create, update, read, and delete the files on the file system on our Python program. Following are the operations that can be performed on the file. First one is open the file, then process the file, and then close the file. So we have two types of file. Today we will be discussing about the two types of files. One is the text file and one is the binary file. The text file is simply a sequence of ASCII characters or a Unicode characters. The contents are written in the text editor, for example Notepad, and they are always saved with the extension called txt, rtf, .csv, that is comma separated values, etc. Then we have a binary files. It stores the data in the same way as stored in the memory, the exe file, but we can't read the binary file without using the text editor, for example .bmp, .cdr, etc. So text file represents bits, whereas binary file represent custom data. So it is less prone to corrupt. Text file is less prone to corrupt as change reflect as soon as made and can be undone. Binary file can be easily corrupted. It can store the text, plain text in the file. It can store different types of data. Widely used for file format and can be opened in any text editor, developed for any application and can be opened in that application only. So let's start with a proper understanding of file handling, that too how to open the file and how to close the file. To create a new file, obviously we need to open it. On opening of any file, then a relevant file structure is created in the memory, as well as memory space is also been created for the same. Once we are done working with the file, we should close the file. So this is the important thing when we write the program in the Python related to the file handling. The first thing which we need to do is we need to open the file with the help of which function? Open function. And we need to close the file with which function? Close function, as I have already discussed one practical with you in the class. So Python automatically closes the file when program ends. However, if our large program is large, we are reading or writing the multiple files that can take significant amount of source on the system. If we keep opening new files carelessly, we could run out of the resources. So be a good programmer, close the file after use. So this is the syntax in which we use to open the file. Open function, right? So open function, before open function we need to write file object. Now how many arguments this open function will take? It will take 3 arguments. It can be, first one is the file name, that means which file we need to open. Second is the access mode, in which mode we want the file to be opened, like we want to read the file, we want to write the file, or so on. Buffering or no buffering is set it to 0, or for line buffering it is set to 1, right? So this is the way in which we open the file. Then we have a very important thing, that is a file opening modes. File opening modes are many. For example, R stands for reading only, in which the file pointer is set at the beginning of the file. RB means it is a binary file in the read mode. R plus means both reading and writing. RB plus means R plus mode with the binary file. W means writing only. WB means same as W mode but with the binary file. W plus both reading and writing. If no file exists, create a new file for read and write. WB same as W plus mode but with a binary file. A for appending. AB same but for a binary file. A plus for both appending and reading. AB plus same as A plus mode with the binary mode. So wherever we have a B associated with the file mode, that means we are working on a binary files, right? So this is the basic text file operation. First one, we open the file, then we close the text file. We can read and write, we can manipulate the data, and we can append the data or append something into that. Okay, so these methods of this is operating system module, and before we start the file operation, following methods should be learned by the programmer to perform file system related methods available in the operating system module. For example, rename method is used to rename the file. Remove is used to remove or delete the file. Mkdir means to create a directory in the current directory. Ch means to change the current directory. Get CWD is method displays the current directory. Rmdir method deletes the directory. So this we have done. So this is basically a simple thing which we have done. So